Hello, everyone. Welcome to Financeology 101. Class is now in session. The information provided during this podcast is just that information. You will need to do further research to address your specific situation. Enjoy the session. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of Gifted Generations Presents Financeology 101. I am one of your hosts, Nancy, and the other host is my husband.
Elroy Seekers.
You want to say hello?
Hello, how you doing?
So today, if Tina, our financial guru, can get connected, we're going to talk about the 50-30-20 financial plan rule. And what that is that um, this rule states that you use 50% of your income on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on your goals. So needs, but most likely is like your household expenses, things you absolutely need,
Yep,
paying your utilities
yep,
and
yep,
food
yep.
and then things like that. And then the things you want, entertainment and
Right.
vacation, and then 20% is savings or paying down debt. So Elmer and I was talking earlier. There are several rules out there because there's another one, 60-30-10 rule, which is basically the same, 60% of your income. No, they saying
No. We was looking at the one that said actually it was 50, 30, 20, and 50% was going towards savings, 30
mm,
towards needs, and 20
20.
towards wants. And what I was saying was like, if I can put away half my check every paycheck, I'm gonna be in great shape. So I was telling Robin that it's difficult when you're looking at that to seem like it's something reasonable. It's like, all those numbers a little bit skewed towards the high income paying people, or people who staying home with the parents, or people who are living together where one person is paying all the bills and one person is not. I don't know. But I'm like 50%. If I need 50%, I don't need no one to
It's
have
not
no.
realistic.
I don't need no person to have me budget.
Right, right,
I'm saving half my paycheck.
right.
Am I right?
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah,
said. What you're saying.
yeah.
Hello?
So it's like that's a lot of money.
And they have another one that's even more aggressive. They saying save 60%. Save or invest 60. No, this one is better. Save or invest 60%. So it's the complete opposite. And 30% for your necessities and 10% for expenses. So what kind of expenses you have only 10%?
Hey, look, you must be living in
Hello?
a tent. That's all I can say. You live on someone's porch.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
yeah, there's no way you can live off of paying utilities, mortgage or rent, car,
I know
gas,
somebody who can.
insurance. Who?
Our son.
Yes, he could actually do this rule. The t- he could save
He,
60%, which that's probably
he
what
can
he
save
does.
90%.
He probably saved that amount, save and invest because he does both.
Yeah.
And he look, that you're right, because the 30% goes to household. Yeah, well, he does have household stuff that he and transportation stuff he takes care of, and 10% on expenses. So yeah, he could do it, but it
Mhm.
would definitely have to be, if you can save 60%, you definitely
Hey,
living
we
with
can you can do
somebody.
some smart things with that money, investing
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. Really smart things. And I know a lot of people that I deal with when they come to me is definitely not a 6% savings. Well, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I do have some that once we clean things up, they realize, holy crap, I make a lot
Hello?
of money. They realize I can do pretty
Hello?
good once I get things in alignment.
Hello?
Even with the a few of the people that I'm working with, when I say bills, I mean it has like 13 accounts that needs to be paid for. But
Hello?
still, they're still making good money to pay for
Mhm.
that, and then the bills, and then at the end of the month, they're like, wow. When you see it on paper, where your money is going, you do tend to reallocate that money because you can really see that even you say I'm gonna save, I'm gonna put 50% in save. Let's just say you target half your check for saving. Let's just say you put it on a sheet of paper, and then you pay all your bills. You can be able to see, okay, I'm quite a bit off. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
put in a number, just do
Mhm.
50, 30, 20, and just see. I'm gonna say half my paycheck, and then put in all your other expenses. Your bills. Don't put in groceries. Don't put in gas. And put in things that you know that you gotta have, but it's like a variable account. Put in the things you gotta have for like mortgage, water, light. Put those things in, cell phone, and then see how close you are to that
Mhm.
amount.
Mhm.
And then you start putting in other things like groceries and gas and doctor's bill. You can see, let's say you make $2,000 a month, and you want to save 1,000 of that according to this rule, the other rule, not the one we're talking about, 50, 30, 20, and you put in everything else. You may see that you're $1,200 over or short,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
maybe you start saying, you know what, I can get to this rule if I take care of this, all those 12 things. And you might start striving to pay for those things instead of living paycheck to paycheck. I said to somebody the other night, do you rather pay yourself or pay the banker? Because credit card is doing just that.
Right.
Uh, Someone once asked, so should I pay for my s- mortgage, not mortgage, but rent early? It's like, why? There's no return on investment on rent.
Right. Right.
That's only return on investment on principal. I mean,
Right.
on your house and your
Right.
mortgage. Maybe you can pay for your car payment because it's paid off earlier. But anything that's not going in your pocket as far as investment, why would you pay somebody else the money? I mean, credit card, yeah, pay it off early, pay it off completely. But you got to make sense of what you're doing.
Right.
But I always say these rules, you got to find one that fits you.
Right. And I like the how you said to try your best to see if you can fit one of these
Mm-hmm,
rules and then just tweak it,
mm-hmm.
because it may not be 50% that you save, it may be 40%. And I mean, just tweak it to fit your household.
Better yet, better yet, do all your stuff and create your own rule and see what it actually is.
Wow. Yeah.
See
See
what I'm
how
saying?
much you're
Yeah,
spending.
just write down all your bills and write down how much you save, and then convert it to a percentage. And you can say, "Oh my gosh, I'm only saving 0.25% of my check." It may be a
Hmm.
wake up call for some people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
If you got
Yeah.
all these bills, and then of $2,000, you're only saving $200. You might
Hmm.
say, "Oh my gosh,
Hello?
I'm only saving 10% of my check." And
Right.
that's not even putting money into your 401k and TSP and all other stuff. So what you're really saving nothing because you're not saving anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
maybe just try that versus just trying to see which rule you fit. See what rule that you're currently at,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then say, "Oh my gosh,
Hello?
this is how much I'm not saving. This is how much. This is the rule that I'm actually using. It's gonna probably be pretty high on the needs on your
Yeah.
budgeting stuff.
Because they saying needs should only be about 50% of your
I can
paycheck.
guarantee a lot of people will with that.
Oh yeah.
What do when you
Because people classify thing at wants as needs.
think about this here. When you go get a house, when we went to get the house, I don't know the numbers today. We could not be over 41% ratio of our outgoing money.
Hmm.
But that didn't include stuff like water bill, light bill,
Right.
those kind of things.
Utilities.
It included
Hmm.
those things, which we didn't know at that
Right.
point in time. Like, oh, okay, you just talking about credit cards, how car payment, and I think they consider your current bill. I mean, your current mortgage that you can be going into. Not too sure you're going to be going into,
Hmm.
but it wasn't all the things that I thought they should go into bill. So I know how because so it's kind of like to me, just to me, I'm really being tricked because if I get into a house, I still got to pay for light, water, gas, groceries, all that stuff. So to me, 40%, I think they use 41% just so you know there's a buffer to pay for the other things in the household. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
41% is what they use, but in actuality, when you think about things that you're buying, like the water, like phone, it's probably truly to like I don't know 60% or higher. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know.
It can, your needs can take a big chunk if you're not careful. So that's a good idea to see what your rule is. Take your financial picture and break it up into percentages and see where you are,
Yeah.
and then scale it back, because then you know. And definitely look at the needs section, because people, we tend to make wants needs, and then you can see it. A lot of the time you put stuff down on paper, you can see it clear. When
Mm,
you're thinking about it, it's in your head, it's question mark. But when you put it down on paper and you see
right.
how you're spending your money and the categories,
Mm, yep.
and then you categorize it, if that's a need, that's a want, that's a need, that's a want, and then look at if you're saving anything. That would be like mind blowing. That
Well, that's a discussion you and I got into before. What's a need? What's a want? Because what's a want for me?
Yeah, it's subjective. It's
Certain
subjective.
things, not all
Yeah,
things,
right.
not all things,
Some
but
things are
the bare
subjective.
necessities, like you got to have a roof and stuff. You got to have transportation. You got to have food. You got to have light and electricity. So yeah, but those rules, I think they're just to me, in my opinion, they are just a good guideline for you to set yourself up for success versus just being a hard coded rule for you to do. You got to find one that fits you because there's so many out there. You might want to reverse it 20, 30, 20, 30, 50. What 50% is your bills and not your savings. But I think it's a good starting point for people to actually look at to see where they are versus doing nothing.
Right. Right.
Doing nothing is not going to be very helpful. And I think the biggest fear from people doing these rules is because they really don't want to know where they are. The challenge is not paying the bills. The challenge is understanding what you're doing.
Right.
We talked
Right.
about this, a few weeks ago. It's really the mindset of where you are and where you want to go. If you want that mansion of a house, or you want that $1 million savings account, or to become a millionaire. When and where you're going to start?
Right. Right. It's almost like going, knowing that you're sick, but you don't want to go to the doctors to get that confirmation.
Yeah,
So you figure, if I don't hear it, then it's not real.
yeah,
And that's the way we all about our money. If I don't know, I'm good to go.
yeah. Because it's a wake up call.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
more conscious of it, or you
Right.
should be more conscious
Right.
of
Because
your
now
spending
it's
habits.
like, I know better. Now I have to do
Do better.
better.
Mm, I totally agree. What other rules they got out there, Rob, that you've seen out there?
I saw one that said
It's just
70. There was a 70. Oh, the 75/25.
oh, this
Um,
is a good one. It says, why is a 2410 rule good? It's about down payments. That's different. Financial experts devised a particular rule to help regular consumers. To main goal behind it is to determine the down payment, monthly car payments, time frames, and transportation costs to optimize things. So that's something totally different.
well, they had one that most people probably fall in this one, because this is really relaxed. 90% I mean, sorry, 70% living expensive, 20% paying on debt or saving, and 10% your fund bucket. So
Say it
I,
again.
I,
Say it again.
70
Mm-hmm.
living expenses,
Percent.
70%
Okay.
living expensive,
Okay.
20% paying debt or savings, and then 10 your fund
And
bucket.
that's what I was saying about the 41% plus the extra money. I
Hmm.
said what? I said 6%,
Hmm.
65. So
Hmm.
that's basically what I was saying right there.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So
Right
most
there.
people probably fall. Well, no, because that fund bucket is more than 2%.
Well,
The fund bucket is probably the 30%,
I was going to say the
because
fun
they're not
bucket is
saving.
so high. People don't realize that fun bucket
Hmm.
is a lot higher than what you anticipate or what you think it is, because you're doing things like, well, do you consider like going out to eat and doing movies fun bucket?
Hmm. Hmm.
Do you okay?
Hmm.
So
Concerts,
what about what
movies.
about Starbucks and coffee? You consider that fun?
Yeah, because you don't need that.
I'm just asking.
You don't need.
Don't get me to start shaking up my caffeine.
I mean, it's that's, some people might like, don't be
I,
taking my coffee away. I
well,
need
you
that.
get a headache. I'm just saying. So I'm just trying to categorize the things you call as fun, because that's like a requirement. But I'm just saying,
That's another thing that's subjective.
yeah, it's fun. You know, I guess you can say, can you live without it?
Right. And there's some things people, even like you said, coffee, no matter where you get it from, you have to have your coffee every day,
Yes.
or yeah, latte and all that good stuff. And some people say they can't live without it. So you
That's
have to
to
work
me.
that
That's it.
in.
To me, is they say, "Oh,
I
my body
know.
requires it."
I
I think
know.
that's just another mindset. I mean, I get it. People have withdrawals.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. You get withdrawal when you don't get a paycheck. Like, That's a withdrawal too. Well, my money.
Yes, a big withdrawal.
Shoot,
But
yo.
so yeah, I mean this whole thing is so many rules out there, and you guys can go out there and Google it and see which one that best fits you. But like I always said, the best thing to do is to write down and see what your percentages are actually right now.
Like how you say my name, Elroy.
And he that was a good point that he said, because this way you'll know where you
Yeah.
stand and the adjustments you need
Mhm.
to make.
Mhm.
Now, if it's your goal to save 50%, then you know now, okay, I need to take these steps.
I'm gonna do hours tonight.
You're gonna do it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna pull it up and put things in the category to see what percentage that we actually are saving, which one are needs and which ones I want. I'm gonna give you the true number down to the 0.00001 degree tenth.
As y'all can tell, he's
But
the money nerd.
if you had to guess, just from what would you think our savings would be? Now, do you consider savings as also putting money in 401k and all other stuff? Do you consider all that? It's savings, right? I mean, you're not spending on a bill.
Right, but
It's still savings. Yeah, it's savings going to retirement.
well, okay, if you consider that, I would think we probably saving it. I don't know
Spit it out, girl.
about 40%.
Okay, that's a good guess. So, what do you think we spending on wants?
Oh, that's low.
All your wants right here, girl. I'm your want.
That's low because we not
Well,
shopaholics like that, or
who not?
we don't.
Speak for yourself.
You're not a shopaholic.
I'm not, but I just like nice.
You
things.
Like shopping, but you
like
make
nice
sure you
things.
got cash in hand before you
Yeah.
do it. So, Al, would you say the fun bucket money?
Yeah.
It's low because we do a lot, but a lot of stuff we do don't cost a lot.
Okay,
we tend to do a lot of inexpensive
so where's
things.
the pan then? So if we're going to put it in three categories, right? What is
Mhm.
it? Is it savings?
Saving, I said 40%.
Okay, 40. You got to come to 100 now.
Right.
30. I mean, what's the next one?
The fun bucket, I would say maybe 20%. I doubt
That's
it.
50. So that's you said how much is the first one you said? I forget already.
I said say it's
40.
Saving was 40.
So the other one's gonna be 50 then, because so you said 40. Okay, write that down somewhere.
The expenses will be 50, saving 40, fun 10.
I can tell you right now, the expenses are not 50%.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot.
I just know just from looking, I can close my eyes, I can see the number on.
So would you say it's 30?
I would say the number is
About 30%.
27.98%.
So
I'm just being.
So we got 30% for fun bucket. We need to be doing some more stuff.
What I meant was that we got a lot of stuff to take care of.
No more Groupon. I'm just playing.
Oh no, we'll do a Groupon. I do a Groupon and a coupon. I'm that brother. I'll go in with a coupon for you and my wife. And there you say, that's embarrassing. Then I be eating alone. She can pay full price. I want a coupon for 2.
Y'all, he not that cheap.
Okay.
But
okay.
A
lot of fake $2 bills.
So that's a good idea to do it and see where we are. And the next time we have a podcast, we'll let you guys know what the percentages are. And then just take a look at your status right now and see, and then make the adjustments. If you're not happy with it, make the adjustments. If there's goals you want to reach, like you want to increase your savings, your emergency fund, make the adjustments necessary. It's a lot of rules out there. Google it and then find one that fits you the best, and then make adjustments as you go along. Because financial planning is not written in stone. It's something it's a living document, meaning it's changing month to month because things change every day, and what was true today may not be true tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's always a living document. So that means you should be looking at it constantly. Like Elroy spent hours looking at that document. I mean hours just staring at it. But
It
but
stares back
he
at me.
but he knows,
That's
as
how that's
like
how
I
that's how I know the number
right, he
is that
knows
number.
the numbers and he know where we are financially, and then we sit and talk about it. Because and it's not that I'm not engaged in our finances, I am, but he is the, like I said, the money nerd. So I I stay in my lane. That's
Money,
his gift.
money
I
nerd.
stay in my lane. That's not my gift. So I trust him completely. And
Uh-oh.
if anything happened, y'all,
I'm trying to say that penthouse I got in New York City.
but yeah, so and if you have an accountability partner, maybe you
Yeah.
and that person can do it, and just to see where you both are, and
I think I'm a good accountability partner.
yeah,
I don't think people like me.
no, no. See,
You agree with that?
yeah, they don't like him at all. See, it's easy with me because I'm
Oh,
not a
you agree?
shopper.
You
I'm
agree
not
with
a
that?
person that like to be out in the
Why
stores
you
and
think?
all of
Why you
that.
think is
So it's
so?
easy.
I'm asking you a question. Why you think it's so difficult then? I mean,
Well,
I mean, for people when they come to me, is it because they just fight against what they know is good for them, or because it's difficult, right? Because anything good for you,
change is hard.
there you go, there you go.
And people that come to us looking for a change, but they want it to be
Easy,
easy.
it ain't gonna be easy.
And he does not make it easy.
No,
And when we sit and talk about it
I make it
and talk,
challenging.
yeah, yeah, you have to, because you have to really want it. You
Yeah.
have to really want it.
Well, what I always do is I present to you a situation, your package, and then I say, you can decide because I
Hmm.
can't decide for you because ultimately you got to live with the decision.
Right.
But I try to help you steer. I know the right answer, but for me to give you the answer is not good because you're going to keep coming back to me every month for the answer. So I try to make you an independent thinker as far as how you should make decisions
Right.
versus
Right.
just saying, do this, do that. Now I may do that for the first two months maybe to get you on pace. I decide for you, then I pull back. Okay, so you have a situation. What should you do? What do you think you should do? What are your pros and cons?
Hmm.
What is the impact to your decision if you do this right here? And I'm just listening. Okay, well, you said this right here. What did you think about that? Oh yeah. So that's my preferred method versus just saying, put it on paper, follow it, and see me in 3 months. And
Oh
in three
yeah.
months, you like, there's no real connection. It's like they
Right.
say, use cash
Right.
instead of the card. You want to be able to feel that connection from cash leaving
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
hand. So you want to be able to feel that mental connection to your decision making.
You just need someone to
Mhm.
hold your hand
Think about it.
for a
Yeah,
while.
you just
You just need
mhm,
someone to hold your
that's
hand
it.
to let you know it's going to be all right and you can do it. That's
Mhm.
what it is.
It's like, it might be a bad way to say it. You know how you know those new leashes you put on dogs, and you got all this room to run.
Hmm.
It's like that. It's like saying, "Oh, it's free." Then you make a mistake. Oh, you snap that.
Right.
Oh, I went too far outside my budget lines. It's whoop, y'all should see me. I mean, it's just like that.
Yeah.
It's like you want to you can go but so far, but once you feel like though you're going outside, you gotta snap it back into shape.
Right.
There's so much you can do and so far you want to go, even with any rule that you have in place. Because it may say 50, 30, 20, whatever. You're gonna always be sometime from month to month higher in one and lower than the next
Right.
one.
Right.
It's like it's variable
Right.
because when
Right.
things happen, flat tire,
Hmm.
whatever may happen,
Hmm.
you got to. Oh, I can't save as much this month because I had to pay for this emergency. You can pull some of them. It's something's gonna you're gonna pull out your emergency, but guess what? You got to put money back in the emergency in order to get it back to where it was.
Right.
So you're not gonna be able to save as much. You might have to save more to replace what you just took out.
Right.
So it's a variable thing, and you just got to be willing to make those adjustments sometimes on the fly.
Oh yeah. And
On the
don't beat
fly.
yourself up. Don't beat
Nope.
yourself up
Nope.
and make it that, oh, I it has to be 50% I save.
Yep.
It has to be 50%.
I
It's
agree.
not always going to be 50%.
I agree.
And you have to be fluid in your money management process. You
Right.
definitely have to be fluid because things are moving constantly,
Right.
and you have to be okay with it.
Right.
So just so do that assignment, sit down,
Mm.
and just see where you are percentage wise based on your income, how much you're saving, how much you're investing, how much your household
Right.
expenses, and only you know what actually goes in each category, and you can make adjustments down the line. And then
Right.
what's your fun bucket money and what you're spending on that. So it'll be interesting, and I'm looking forward to Elroy doing ours. And the next time we do a podcast, I will
Yeah.
list what our
I
percentages
know the
are.
numbers already in my head.
What's the numbers were?
I think, like I said, I know what the monthly bill is. So I think it's right around 27.9%, 28, less than 30, roughly around. I'll just say 30% to give it a nice round number. Yeah, that's the bills.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is like everything else we can divvy up. We got 70% to do with
Mm-hmm.
our wants and savings.
Mm-hmm.
Savings, I put quite a bit because the 401k and stuff. So that's probably right around another 30% or 40%. So that's 30, 40, 30, roughly.
Okay.
Yep.
So about what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah. Well,
it's black on me.
so I guess that's all we have for this subject. So once again, go out there and Google the different financial rules out there. There's a lot of them out there. So go out there and check them out and see which one
All
best
right.
fits you and your circumstance. So
Well, now we just got to hope that this was recorded. Uh,
you want to close us out with our social media?
yes. So hopefully within the next podcast or two, we're going to have some exciting news to share with this team here. Team of Financeologiers 101ers. So our podcast, you can find us on, is that right? Is it? I mean, I always read it. This is the top. It's right here. It says podcast, right? Okay, I'm just saying. So the podcast. Oh, okay. She's doing it now. You can find us on our website at giftedgenerations-llc.com/podcast. That is actually our website, but on our website there's a link for podcasting. So I get it now. Just didn't understand it at first. You also can find us on Facebook under Gifted Gen LLC, and then on Instagram is gift.gen, and then YouTube is at Gifted Generations LLC. We're also on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio at Fantasology 101. And we also have a Twitter handle at GiftedGen 2019. So just check us out, look us up, and follow us, and trust us. We're trying to make your life better financially and budget wise. We have a true heart for trying to make people's finances better. So hopefully, like I said, in the next week or two, we got some exciting announcements. So tune in, like, share, and let people know what's going on with us.
Yes, and all our social media handles will also be posted on the Podbean Financeology 101
Yes,
Podbean
yes,
website in case you didn't get all of that.
right.
It is out there. So if you go to podbean.com and search on Financeology 101, our page will come up and you'll see what each podcast we give our social media handle. So all the information we post, because what I like to do is based on what we are talking about, I'll post an article out on Facebook. I post infographics about what we're talking about, that subject we're talking about. So um, I like to give more information, just not the podcast, give more information about the subject we're talking about on our social media handles. So check us out, and we appreciate you joining us and listening and downloading and sharing and all that good stuff. So thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in to our podcast, Financeology 101. I hope you enjoyed this session and the information provided will assist you on your financial journey. Until next time, be financially engaged.